As Russian forces begin their new offensive against Ukraine, the U.S. government issuing a top-level advisory today urging American citizens in Russia to leave immediately. Washington correspondent Kelly Meyer is live. So, Kelly, why would any Americans still be in Russia at this point?
Well, Nichole, there could still be some working there or dual citizens with family in Russia, but there's a concern for those dual citizens that they could be forced to join Russia in its fight against Ukraine. And I pressed the Pentagon or the State Department on this threat today. The U.S. Embassy in Moscow telling American citizens still in the country to get out or risk being forced to the front lines of war. In a new notice, the U.S. Embassy is warning Americans not to travel to Russia due to unpredictable consequences of Russia's assault on Ukraine, and urging those there to depart immediately over concerns they could be harassed or singled out by the Kremlin. Alexander Moresko, who heads the Foreign Affairs Committee in Ukraine's parliament, says Putin will stop at nothing and Americans should get out now.
Otherwise, they might turn into hostages to Putin regime, and it's very dangerous.
The U.S. Embassy now warning dual citizens Moscow may refuse to acknowledge their U.S. citizenship and subject them to mobilization, prevent their departure from Russia, or force them to serve in the Russian military. NewsNation pressed the State Department on that today.
How real is the threat of them being drafted or forced to serve in the Russian army?
Well, again, it's going to be based on the individual, but it is a concern we have.
With the deadly war raging for nearly a year, it may be a surprise to some that there are still Americans in Russia. Though the State Department doesn't keep track of the exact number of Americans living abroad, there could still be Americans working in Russia, former and current U.S. government and military personnel living there, and those volunteering for organizations, including religious ones. The U.S. warning American citizens in Russia engaged in religious activities have had questionable investigations opened against them. There are also several American companies still operating in Russia, from Hilton Hotels to TGI Fridays. And because of the ongoing invasion, the embassy says the U.S. is, quote, severely limited in its ability to help American citizens in Russia, and it may be difficult for Americans to leave as the situation worsens. Nichole.
All right. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.